Alright, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make thumbnails using your phone or your tablet. Let's get into it. So let me just start by saying I'm not a professional thumbnail maker. You can go look at my thumbnails on my channel. I'm obviously not the best. However, I've been making them for a minute now. So I just want to show you how I do it and how you can get started with creating your own. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this app called Picsart. So you can find this on the Google Play Store or the App Store on iPhones. And it's even available on computers. If you want to find out those, you can. But basically what Picsart is it's a photo editing app. I think they added video as well, but I use it for photos. You can do so many different things. Picsart has basically been my Photoshop. Bixby, I'm not talking to you. So Picsart has been my Photoshop for like the past 10 years. I've been using it on my phone to edit photos, whether it be serious photos or thumbnail photos or just everything. Basically I use Picsart for that. And so let's say I'm creating a thumbnail for a bunny video on my bunny channel or something like that. Obviously it's a tech channel, but I'm just gonna do something random to show you the process. So to start making a thumbnail, what you wanna do first is go on YouTube. This will vary depending on what your purpose is, why you're making a video, why you're posting on YouTube. But go on YouTube and search the topic that you're making a video on. So let's say I'm making a video about rabbits doing tricks. So I'm making a video about that. I'm going YouTube, I'm gonna search that, and I'm just gonna look at the top videos in this search category. I'm gonna look at their thumbnails and see what everybody is doing. This is not to copy them. You could copy them if you really want to. I personally wouldn't do that, but this is just to see, what the competition is looking like and what's the style, what's reaching people and things like that. And you can look at the views, look at the colors, all these things, all this information. So what I see is basically everybody is putting their rabbit in the thumbnail. So when I'm making my thumbnail, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna put my bunny in the thumbnail because I think that's what could draw people in this category of this topic. So I see those thumbnails. Now after looking at them on YouTube, I'm just gonna go and take a picture of my bunny, a clean picture. So I'm gonna go to photos. I actually have a bunny. Her name is Kusu. And I have one right here. I'm just gonna grab this photo. So what you can do, if you have a recent Samsung or a recent iPhone phone, then you should be able to do this feature right here, which you basically go to your photo and then you tap and hold on a subject. And if the phone recognizes that it's something that can be cut out, the phone will cut out that subject, and now you can use it as a sticker. You can place it on anything. It has a transparent background now, so I did that on my bunny. But yeah, this is just a quick way to cut out the subject, and then I'm gonna save that as an image. You can do that. Then I'm gonna go back to Picsart. So for me, when I'm making the thumbnail, I start with, this is just my style, I start with a clear, clean background. So it can be any color depending on what the product is. And so let's just say I choose this background right here. This is like grayish. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the bottom right here. It says add photos. So I'm just gonna add a photo. I'm gonna add the photo of my bunny that I cut out in the Samsung gallery, and boom, now I got my bunny. And I don't know if you're familiar with photography and stuff like that, but there's something called the rule of thirds. And basically, if you go on your phone settings for a camera and you turn on the grid, if you look at the grid, there's 4 points. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically rule of thirds is like lining up, your subject on one of those 4 points. It's just about where the human eye naturally lands when it looks at an image or a video or something like that. So generally I'll try to line up my main subject somewhere along those lines where those 4 points meet. And yeah, so either the right or the left of the image, and then I'll do that. So I'm gonna line up my bunny right here. And the cool thing about Picsart is that it shows you lines based on the symmetry of the background or the overall ratio of the image. So ratio is basically whether it's in landscape like this, horizontal, or vertical portrait. And right now it's in landscape. It's 16:9. That's the technical number. And it's showing me when I move the image, it's showing me how it lines up, and it shows a blue line. So I'm gonna line it up with the middle of the image and then put it to the right. And now boom, this is for me, this is halfway done. Now what I usually do is I'll put a text. So let's say teaching rabbit tricks, just to keep it simple. You don't want to use too many words because too many words, sometimes people's brains can shut off. So boom, now teaching rabbit tricks, and then you can move it around. It will line up. Like I said, it lines up with the image as well. So if you have other images cut out on it, Picsart will show you blue lines to make it line up with that. Now I'll place the text. Maybe I'll place the text. Maybe I'll make Kusu, my bunny, a little bit smaller in this image so I can place the text a little bit better. So I can put it parallel, or I can put it somewhere right here, something like that. and then you can change the font in this app. So let's say I feel like a softer font might work better in the bunny niche, the bunny topic, so make it softer. And then now I have some text, and what I can do is like, so I can take a picture of my hand, cut it out and put it in the video, in the thumbnail, or I can, you know, go and find like some bunny pellets or something like that, or I could just keep it simple. Another thing that you can do to enhance your thumbnails and give them more depth is just adding some shadows. So as you can see here, with each subject I added a little bit of shadow to give it some depth, to give it kind of like a 3D effect on the thumbnail, and it just makes it pop a little more and stand out. So this is just another simple trick that you can use to enhance your thumbnail without doing too much and changing it like drastically or making it too crazy. So but this is basically my process of like how I create a thumbnail. Obviously I can't tell you exactly how to make a thumbnail for yourself, for your videos, because it really depends on what you're trying to go for. So I'm gonna break it down for you, the things that I kind of talked about so far in the video. First thing is researching your niche, you know, the other videos, your competition, and seeing what they're creating for their thumbnails, and then taking inspiration from that. And then the second thing is finding out what your main subject is. So if it's a bunny, if it's a phone, find out what your main subject is, and then think about how you can put that on your thumbnail to draw in your audience. The third thing is placement. So, you know, where your subject is going to be. So is your subject going to be right here in the frame, or is it going to be over here in the frame, you know, or in the middle? Sometimes the middle works perfectly fine too. Fourth thing is figuring out your style. So what do you want to be known as? How do you want to be known for your thumbnails, for your videos? What kind of identity do you want to create so that when people search for your channel, when people see your thumbnails, they know it's your channel type of thing? Like, how do you want to create that image for your channel, for what you're trying to create? This was just a quick tutorial. Let me know what you think, and let me know if it was beneficial and what other small tutorials I can help you with. There's so many different things that I do for my small channel, even though like my videos are not the best, I'm not the biggest, but there's a lot of things that I know that I can, you know, share with you. I taught myself how to do most of these things when it comes to video editing, making videos and stuff like that. That is basically it for now, and we are out. Peace.